Etiefo me bebo audio bi atremo na ansa na bebo audio no me pese me bisa se sebe MPP aban no ministers no mu wom no ye wo insio separate bi ya ye de mo no mu ana eduane bi ya ye de mo mu di na de ntia me bisa ne se eya na sansio no ne eduane ne ye de mo no mu di wi a eya na mo adwen no edane butu ana se de Mame na oda screen nim ye friend Frida Prempe. Mame eye Cecilia da pansem ba ya pame no eye mame ni de ne be hye na nemu. Na me omode mame be hye na nemu ana me ka se mame de me hu ni so betumi aye dwuma pa bia because oye MP. Na de bia ne ye ranke MP sa omo abon pa a wo mo nya de pa mame eye ne ye de ne kan. Nti asema me kan se na MP ade bia ya ne ye ranke a yes, we know one of the worst MPs in the country, no. The man say no, yaba be man in ministerial position. But now MPP for here oba say oba be replace Cecilia Dapa. Inti no, we oba na wabo na won ye kra na. Ezan zamba ne nhyɛ da ndɔso nsa no. One ye di post no be ma. Na semunya mo be sa so akaya wono ananansen osi public toilet ewo ne constituency. Public toilet ba kwa wosi we see awie be 3 years ni onkonko commission ye ohun se ni opponent asan akwa si public toilet ama ne nkrofo no digidi ko se ko commission oyodu ho ana ne nkrofo ne ka se public toilet na we si ni yen yuso ahemfo any constituent ne ka tre no egu ne nimu ase maame we die ntia na mebuefu me ho anopa we a me bebo audio atre wa maame we ka se sa flood na esi ewo eye akosombo spillage mepe no eye sa nkrofo na ewo ho na emblemi omo anomo aye omo ho sa adien ya ye katro mu se wo muntu mfiri ho omo mfi omo se omo ntu ti opeso trese adien na ato omo no eye omo fault a yengo tie ma me ne nsem ne ye ba ye be kanyansasem atre no se oye minister na sebin prediasa. You are insensitive enough to be speaking this way in Kolane betra onyansa. Yenti ma menen samo kan tie.
What has happened? We don't want what has happened at Akosombo to happen to us in Accra. The Akosombo spillage, even though VRA, NADMO, the Water Resources Commission came together to educate the people in the community, did simulation exercises with them even at Mepe. Yet they refused to leave. They didn't want to be evacuated. They stayed there till the end when we started spilling. Unfortunately, look at what is happening. And government has to spend millions of money on relief items, on education. The whole area, the water is contaminated. And what Ghana Water and Water Resources Commission would have to spend money, millions of money to treat the water before we can pass it through our pipes. So a stitch in time saves 9, but sometimes it's difficult to accept the situation. We cannot continue to sit back and allow these things to go on. Looking at what is happening at Akosombo, now people are blaming government, people are blaming VRA, people are blaming NADBO. But these three institutions really did a lot of education right from January. Even in September, they were still talking to their people to move because there was a likelihood they were going to spill in the next week or two. And because of the rainfall patterns have changed, climate change, you cannot anticipate when it will rain. So even if they start spilling on a very gradual note, the rains will also fall and the dams will keep on coming up.
Etiefo, I am sorry. I'm going to sound harsh. This is the most useless statement I've heard. Sa Akosombo dam spillage in same way bano. The most useless statement I've heard. Me walking. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm just not going to say it is the most useless statement. I'm going to explain why it is the most useless statement. So, Cecilia, this is what we are doing. Government, instead of accepting responsibility, is now blaming the people. Inti President Akufo-Addo ne na aban no. Edie pa na besi wo Ghana eya de bone a wo mo aya o mo be accept responsibility da. Every single thing at the boni omoaye, they will never accept responsibility. Now tie ma menen semo oka. ɛna yɛne nkurɔfoɔ no kɔkasaeɛ sɛ wɔn ntu ɛna wɔn mfi ɛna evacuation deɛn hey na ɛyɛ na ɛmɛ dɛ sɛ Ghanafoɔ bebree a ɛtie broadcast yi anaa motie asɛm yi a meka mu wɔ aburokyire sɛbi mprɛduasa sɛ wowɔ aburokyire hɔ na sɛ aban ɛbɛyɛ evacuation a what happens evacuation yɛba ne yɛbɛka kyerɛ m sɛ muntu saa kɛkɛ saa ne yɛka kyerɛ mo sɛ muntu mfiri ha nkɔ obviously wokɔ na wokɔka kyerɛ obi sɛ o tu firi ha kɔ yɛbɛyɛ bibi wɔ ato a ɔntu because the person na edwuma wɔ hɔ ne fie ɛwɔ hɔ. You don't just expect say one day waba bɛka kyerɛ obi sɛ wɔntu wo sɛ wabɛyɛ simulation exercise waba bɛka kyerɛ obi sɛ ɔntu saa kɛkɛ obetu dabi. You the government, you take responsibility, you create shelter for the person. You don't just come and tell someone say tu free ha kɛkɛ without providing any alternative and expect say nipa korɔ no bɛtu. And listen to what this minister is saying. Yɛbɛka kyerɛ ɔmo sɛ ɔmo ntu free anko otu afiri hɔ akɔ he otu efiri hɔ akɔ he yɛbɛka kyerɛ ɔmo sɛ ɔmo ntu na ɔmo pɛ sɛ hey this statement it is a use kyɛ sɛ hwɛ asɛm a wɔka waba bɛyɛ simulation exercise with people as aban VRA any aban no. Even before you come and do the simulation exercise, what you do is that you create temporary shelters for these people. And then, say sikeya, mode eko pe relief items ni nyama ni nama nkrofui. Say ni na cost 90. Cost 90. Because nanka say sikeyi, uba na waba be hu nkrofo say oh, ebi asagla me housing ene wo ho. Ye be spillage. Inti yesremo, ye pese ye evacuate mu ni na near the moko saglame. For the meantime, na spillage ni ebe no, ebeje hase ni na. That is the first thing you do. Because sa die we ya AC akosombo dam ade a AC, it is not a natural disaster, a man-made disaster. So even if you don't want to compensate people, Krana, the first thing you do as government, the part you play, is you set up shelters. And as government, no, o set a shelter we now oba. Nkrofo no their lives life no to be in danger. It is a oba na wo betu omo a they can't say they won't move by force and then by force and then aban no oba o the national security na eba what set a shelter ama na ewie what pe alternative ama no na afei why simulation exercise no waka kyerɛ ne sɛ afei ye betu mo nipa ko no oni right so obeka say ontu you have no right to say you not evacuate. You have no right to say you not evacuate. Ti abino o the national security beba. No waka say ya ye shelter mamu ye tumu ni na akọ. Ba wo tie de oka ye ka tro muso muntu eno muso muntu. Na say indirectly no they don't want to take any responsibility. They didn't create any alternative. They didn't create any shelter. Eno muso so say omo di omo ano. Na last statement na some can oh na Volta River Authority kra no person ye nketenkete but nsuo no so sha say to that just say bia mo be ka tell lipa kro no kra some muntu no you didn't show the seriousness in the thing. Listen, don't get me wrong, the people of Mepe otie omo MP Okujato Black on some okan or say they were not informed, so now it is the government's words against that of the people. Ena aban sisi a waka so ye ka tro mo ye koye simulation exercise kra ye ni omo koye ho exercise na nyama yate o de ye mfa ne se Okujato mpu twantro even though ye na ye nim the reputation of Okujato but o de ye mfa ne se Okujato is even lying ye mfa ne se Okujato ablakwa is even lying for as aban as a serious government what do you do? This is how you handle an issue like this, which is not a natural disaster but a man-made disaster. This is how you handle it. You just go and tell the people evacuate just like that. Or you think say all these people omo sa mepe area no omo ministers ni MPs ti say mo sabi mu awie sika hye mo dem a mutumi to ennan ewo bebi a mo painti no ufi say wo ba ho abeka tro mo say muntu no na ehwo akeka omo etu. Some of them, the only place they know and the only place they have baby or motino. Into you think some of these people they are connected and they have people, they have friends who are willing to accept them in their homes like you people, eh? To be cat and say two and no. Dabi a yawa buying. Who are buying now best setting up a shelter. And they call Israel. Omone Palestina, ye to bomb by Obo say Israel for say, hey, mu evacuate, mumbra shelter, no bomb shelter, omo kriti underground bomb shelter, amomo. Ye nkan dem say mu evacuate, munko baby amo pedabi. Se natural disaster nan disaster bisia. A buying any kriti shelter man crofo, ni akata mu say afi ye tumu akosa shelter no eho. These are our ministers. Way more. We have the men no money. Akai